Calm Down with Erin and Charissa is a production of iHeartRadio.
Yellow. This is the pregame 10 minutes of fun, letting you know a little snippet of what we're going to talk about. Speaking of snippet, oh my God, I didn't tell you that I did want to cut out some of my extensions while I was on the trip because they were hanging by a thread. Of course, I didn't look where I was cutting. Shocking. Cut out, and all of a sudden, like, a chunk of my own hair fell out.
No.
It's fine. Nothing to see here, everyone. 10 minutes of fun, because then we fill in the blanks and continue the conversation on the full-length episode of Calm Down Podcast. This is a continuation. It's a two-parter because we hadn't seen each other or been on a podcast in real time for 3 weeks. So for those of you still listening, we appreciate it. Now, my darling, we've got a question from Stacy H. Ramirez 1, and she said, "You see all these hockey players with missing teeth. Does Jarrett have all of his teeth?" I love this.
He has all of his teeth in. Ooh, which reminds me, I've got to call this guy to get him a root canal before he comes back to Montana because he's in LA right now. I know he can't get in.
Root canal? Why do you have to get a root canal?
I don't know. My sister had a root canal because she had a receding gum. She was brushing her gums so hard. Jaeger is saying, our good friend Yags is saying tooth is dead. This was one Jarrett had this guy. It was one he had a filling. Jaeger has had a bunch. So sorry to hear about that. I've heard that they're not fun. He had a filling in it and it started hurting him at the draft in Montreal. And so I was like, got to the dentist, needs a root canal. I will tell you a horrible story about this guy. One time he suffered a concussion during an away game. So he was dealing with the headache from that. And then he needed a root canal all at the same time. This guy, literally, this is when it is so hard to be married or dating these guys because we are not doctors and they have to go home. And the dentist couldn't see him until the next day. He is crying in the middle of the night that his head hurts so bad and his tooth is killing him. And I am like texting this doctor, like, what can I give him? I didn't want to give him any pain pills while he had a concussion. I mean, it was a whole situation.
And you don't want him to fall asleep either.
No.
And then I'd be
well, now they're telling them to sleep when they have head injuries. Who knows? Don't get me started. I'm not a doctor. I slept at a Holiday Inn. Do you want to sponsor our show? Yes, they do. Jared has all teeth in, but some of them are fake. I will tell you, our health insurance by the NHL is unbelievable. Our dental insurance, very questionable, but it makes sense, right? Because that's the area we kind of need attention the most. I don't play. But yeah, a lot of guys too, a lot of our friends don't have their teeth in because they just know, well, I'm going to play next season and I'm probably going to lose them again. So what's the point of going through all the dental surgery when I know I'm going to miss some next year? So it's funny. You look at a lot of our friends in the hockey world, they just don't have teeth. We're also used to it.
Question though, is the missing teeth normally from pucks, sticks, or players?
All three.
I can't.
All three.
A puck to the teeth?
A puck to the teeth. I mean, you're just dealing with so much. Yes. At that point, a puck to the face, you're dealing probably with a head injury at that point, which is so bad because the force of that thing coming in.
No.
I mean, yeah, it's crazy. Stick is always so interesting because a lot of guys, I know that they pick up the teeth on the ice to try to save them, to bring them back.
Yeah. That's like when someone slices their finger, you try to save the end of it or whatever, full finger, just so they can attach it again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
We had a friend, Dustin Brown, former captain, and just newly retired on the LA Kings. He went to block a shot with his hand. His pinky exploded in his glove. His wife is crazy. Nicole, I love you. She sent us the photo. It the entire finger had peeled back. They had to remake his pinky. It was insane. And you would think you got these guys they're such ballers. They'll play with any injury. He was out for quite a bit because they literally had to put his pinky together. It was insane. That bitch, we would be in a suite of the game or like a bar or something. And she's like, look at this, and shove it in your face. And you just see a finger that was like torn apart. And
I've
like,
never even heard of something explode, like a limb exploding.
Exploded. I thought he took a blade to because that's another big injury that they could suffer. You think about it, like players fly up in the air. You could get cut. Our good friend Marty, Alec Martinez won the cup with the Kings in 12 and 14. He got a skate all the way up the face.
Shit.
Yeah. But I thought because he grabbed his glove so quickly that he got a blade, but no, his pinky exploded. Wow.
The opposite of that. So that clearly seems like, you can visually see that this is a horrible injury and going to take a long time to recover.
Horrific.
The thing I never understood was the old turf toe. Well, why out so long? We stubbed our toe.
Those things are so painful too. I always ask guys, you talk to Dak, you said about it?
No, but I actually asked, we were in a conversation about with the fun Amazon group one night. I don't know how turf toe got brought up, but it was Sherm, Tony, and then Fitz. And they were just saying the most painful injury.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, there's other ones. I shouldn't, do
right.
But it is consensus among guys that turf toe is so painful and takes forever to heal. And I'm always like, does it? It just seems like it's like nothing. But, as my time in the NFL has drawn to a close, I know that I never had to deal with turf toe. But
does it have to do with your nail in with the toe? Like, that's where I'm so confused about where it is. Oh, yeah, probably. It's so interesting.
Mm-hmm.
But
I think it's because there's not like a way to heal it. I think it just has to heal on its own.
Neil, I sent you a picture the other day. Oh, it was Jalen Ramsey.
Dr. Elatraj. I have the biggest crush on Dr. Elatraj. He's the Rams he's the Rams doctor, but he's an orthopedic surgeon that is like he was the Dr. Andrews was the Andrews that I always knew, like that would operate on Tommy John surgeries. And he was like oh my God, Dr. Andrews operated on you. Like, that shit's legit. Now it's Elatraj. And when we saw him at Craig's, you knew him. I did not know him. And I was like, I had just seen George Clooney, who was in the other room. Forget George. I'm all about Neil. I make it very awkward. Shocking.
I've told Neil I will come up with an injury just for him to operate on me. I mean, I love him so much. I'm like, I do have hip pain. That's not a lie, but that's because I don't stretch properly and it's all connected on my left side. So I told him that one time. I was like, Neil, we love you so much. I just want my next surgery to be with you. And he's like, is something wrong? And I was like, no,
I'll fall down and I'll get a turf toe real quick if I need it. Speaking of injury, I'm not a big massage gal, but I knew that after the long trip, I should work a few things out. Sure. I had the most amazing massage last night. This guy, KJ, he actually comes to the house. He was a referral from my other friend, Donna. He is crawling on my back. You ever had a massage where someone crawls on your back?
No, not really.
What do you mean, not really? You either have or you haven't. All of a sudden,
good point.
I was like, I feel knees. He didn't warn me that he was going to start crawling. All I heard is
Cirque du Soleil back there. What's going on?
I was, by the way, is that the O performance? Or am I underwater? I swear to God, I felt a shift in weight. All of a sudden, I felt this on the table, and my face is down in the little pillow thing.
Oh yeah.
And how about when they put their hands into there? Eucalyptus. I mean, and they don't warn you. Here it comes, the citrus or the eucalyptus, the lavender. Anyway, so the weight shifted, and all of a sudden I felt a lot of weight on the table. And I'm like, what's he doing? Then I crawl it, and I was like, those are knees. Those are elbows. Oh my God, he's on top of me. I didn't hate it. For more on this episode and who I'm talking about, join us for the full episode of Calm Down Podcast on Thursday. Bye.
Calm Down with Erin and Charissa is a production of iHeartRadio.
For more podcasts from iHeartRadio, visit the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.